Hey guys, what's up? This is Brett. Welcome to this week's episode of Friday on the Turntable. If you missed last week's episode, be sure to check it out. I did a book review feature on the upcoming Jesus and Mary Chain biography by Zoe Howe. Great book. Be sure to check it out. It's the last video on my channel. So what I'm doing today is a part 2 video of terrific title tracks. It was a video that I did, I think, back in January. And I'll post a link there, so if you missed part 1, be sure to check that out. I think I featured 14 albums, and today I chose 8 more. So terrific title tracks. The concept is simple. Great songs on albums of the same name. So let's just get started. I'm going to go in chronological order. I kind of chose a little diverse selection here. So starting things off, from 1976, Thin Lizzy's Jailbreak. Love this band. Growing up and being a bass player who sang, Phil Lynott was, it was always great seeing those pictures of him in guitar magazines with his mirror pick guard on his Fender Precision bass, and seeing him standing at the microphone playing bass was always a cool thing. Irish band, Jailbreak, great track. Yeah, so that's 1976. Here's one, I'm sure this comes to mind for a lot of people. AC/DC's Back in Black. I mean, what a great song. That riff is iconic, and very few bands can pull off continuing with a new singer after the departure of their original singer. And after the death of Bon Scott, the band pulled it together really quickly with Brian Johnson on vocals, and they produced probably their most famous and popular celebrated album in their catalog. So AC/DC's Back in Black from 1980. Mixing things up, gives you context to what was going on. 1980, Back in Black. 1981, The Cure's Faith album. The Cure's first several albums all had a title track, and the title track was always the closing song all the way through the top, and then that consecutive run stopped. But the album Faith, their third one, 1981, just a slow, brooding song. Great. I could have chose any of those early records. I think in my first video I chose Disintegration for a title track as well. 1983, Bauhaus' Burning from the Inside. I did a Friday on the Turntable. I think it was one of the earliest Friday on the turntables that I'd done. 9+ minute song. I've seen Peter Murphy play this solo, and there is an interesting version which you should check out. And if I remember, that reminds me, I think I'm going to make a Spotify playlist for all these title tracks and compile them so you guys can check them out. But the band Jane's Addiction used to do a song called Bauhaus, and what they would do is they would take the music from Burning from the Inside. It was always done live, and they would play the music to that, but they would Perry Farrell would sing the lyrics to Bob Dylan's Like a Rolling Stone over it. So it had that really dark music from Burning from the Inside with the vocal melody and the lyrics to Like a Rolling Stone. Thus, Bauhaus, Bob Dylan, Bauhaus. Kind of an interesting little thing. So if I find a version of that on Spotify, I'll put it in there as well. 1985, The Waterboys, This Is a Sea. What a phenomenal record. And the title track, which is the closing song on this one. Brilliant lyrics, emotional. If you guys don't know The Waterboys, be sure to check this album out. Just great. Going a lot of it into the country side of my collection here. This is Steve Earle, kind of a country rock album. Copperhead Road, I remember my sister would always listen to this when I was a kid. This is from 1988. Steve Earle, opening track, Copperhead Road, kind of about a moonshiner. I think it's in Tennessee, goes to Vietnam, comes back, and then he gets involved in some other illegal activities. And Copperhead Road, I think, is actually the name of a road in Tennessee. And yeah, great track, Copperhead Road. All right, I just got 2 more here. Lemonheads, It's a Shame About Ray from their 1992 album of the same name, obviously. Terrific title tracks. Evan Dando, lead singer of the Lemonheads. I've seen him a couple times perform live. I've seen them actually do this entire album in its entirety a couple years back. Title track, excellent song. And supposedly they're in the studio with Ryan Adams producing a new album and playing drums. So that'll be interesting to see when that turns up. Lastly, one of my favorite albums from last year Placebo, Loud Like Love, the opening track on this one. Great, just intense song, Placebo, just a great band. One of my favorite new bands. I still consider them new, even though they've been around for, what, 18 years now since their first album. But over the last 20 years, one of my favorite bands. So that's Placebo with Loud Like Love. So that's just a quick video. Terrific title tracks, part 2. Leave some comments. What are your favorite title tracks from various albums? And be sure to check out the links below. Thanks for watching, guys.